attractiveness. And trust me, if I seem to touch you during the course of the cure in a sexual way, you see I long since lost all interest in feelings of pleasure and pain. I don't ever expect to feel those feelings again. But you still may. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Disregard my appearance on the blacklist. Trust me when your boyfriends jealously accuse me of malpractice. And trust me if I seem to touch you during the course of the cure in a sexual way. You see I long since lost all interest, feelings of pleasure and pain. I will never expect to feel those feelings again. You still may. I am old, there is no hope left for me, but I know that there may be hope for you. I am old, but I know that you could pull me through if we operate immediately. Touch me, I'm a doctor. My pulse is fast, my eyes are very thin. Touch me, write a script for me, or a pick to break the frozen sea within. Touch me if I seem to touch you during the course of the cure in a sexual way. You see I long since lost all interest in feelings of pleasure and pain. I never expect to feel those feelings again. I just still this girl with a right-hand heart. I noticed nothing until we stopped to kiss. My hand goes beneath her dress to the left-hand breast. Downstairs the party is going full swing. The people we came with haven't noticed a thing. And as I tease her teeth with my teeth, I feel nothing underneath. Puts my head across her chest, puts my ear against the right hand breast. Sure enough, her heart is there, loud and clear. Beating, beating on the right side of oblivion. Beating, beating on the wrong side of her body. Though I know there's nothing dangerous in it, I'm feeling queasy, getting worse by the minute, wondering how to escape this nightmare. When up the stair comes this boy with no heart at all. Him and her, they make the perfect couple. Him so blind in his rapacity that he doesn't even see it. Beating, beating on the right side of oblivion. Beating, beating on the wrong side of her body. And as I contemplate this mating of rapacity and sickness, of which I am the fascinated, unwilling witness, I see he doesn't care where her heart might be, and I say, what the hell is wrong with me? Am I just too pure and too proud? And as the bed creaks, I ask myself aloud, could it be that what makes me a freak is my contempt for freaks? I start to sweat, I feel it approach, familiar self-hate, familiar self-reproach. And under my cardigan it beats so hard. My right hand heart. Beating, beating on the right side of oblivion. Beating, beating on the wrong side of my body. Beating, beating on the right side of oblivion. Beating, beating on. It's like a vision. I see the Savior, a beautiful woman. These are the last days. People rejoicing. And the Messiah is coming in the body of a beautiful girl. And the people say, dance, dance, if you're a believer in the light and rhythm and heat. Jesus Christ is a disco diva, she has come to set you free. And she says, lay down your heavy burden, get up and follow me, I will make you fishers of men. I am the Lord of the dance, said she. I see a beautiful woman. She's got the face of the Buddha. I see her kind and smiling. I hear her singing and saying, in man is no abiding entity, in things no abiding reality. Fantastic illusion is everywhere, abandon every earthly care and dance, dance, if you're a believer in the light and rhythm and heat. Siddhartha Gautama is a disco diva, she has come to set you free. She told me ecstasy is transitory, passion is impermanent, so let go, don't hold on. I am the lord of the dance, said she. I will dance, dance, if you're a believer in the light and rhythm and heat. Little fever of the disco diva, she has come to set you free. She told me ecstasy is transitory, passion is impermanent, so let go, don't hold on. I am the lord of the dance, said she. I'm sorry. It didn't seem important. But I was wrong. Photographs of paparazzi, joyrides in his Maserati, invites from every arty fashion victim to every warehouse party. I'm not blind, I've seen you shine when he's around, and I've watched all your desire with fascination, watched your satisfaction. And lying alone in bed, I've read the book he sent us, Rules of Attraction by Bret Easton Ellis. Fame, power, the love of women. Hey Jack, I'm alright, staying alive, I'll keep swinging, it's a lovely day tonight. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. When you're up, everybody wants your baby. Where we lived could have been bigger, and what I earned a much higher figure. That didn't seem important, I'm a little disappointed, but I'm trying not to be bitter. I'm not blind, I've seen you shine when he's around, and I've watched all your desire with fascination, watched your satisfaction. And lying alone in bed, I've read the book he sent us, Rules of Attraction by Bret Easton Ellis. Fame, power, the love of women. Hey Jack, I'm alright, staying alive, I'll keep swinging, it's a lovely day tonight. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. When you're up, everybody wants your baby. Fame, power, the love of women. Hey Jack, I'm alright, staying alive, I'll keep swinging, it's a lovely day tonight. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. When you're up, everybody wants you. Fame, power, the love of women. Hey Jack, I'm alright, staying alive, I'll keep swinging, it's a lovely day tonight. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. When you're up, everybody wants your fame, power, the love of women. Hey Jack, I'm alright, staying alive, I'll keep swinging, it's a lovely day tonight. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. When you're up, everybody wants your fame. Hey Jack, staying alive. I am a servant, son of servants, I was born to serve. But I know this place in life is less than I deserve. So I've become a trainer, not of beasts or birds, but the beautiful sister I've raised for this from birth. Lulu is a match girl, and I, her matchmaker. I've taught her all there is to know about the games you can play with fire. Taught her to jump through a burning hoop in a rented diamond choker, and balance on her nose the head of a Johannesburg banker. At cocktail hour in Mayfair, at an Isle of Dogs boat show, Lulu appears in a Dior dress and me in my tuxedo. Lulu shuts up and shimmers while I make her name known to key members of the board of directors of Lonro. So how do you find my sister, Mr. Johnson was the first man to become my sister's customer. They met at a function in honor of the brother of the Japanese ambassador. He stole the key to the satellite room, and next to the computers, telexes and fax machines made love to her. Her next conquest was Finlayson, Tory whip from Woking. His eyes were icy blue, he was impeccably well spoken. He caught her with his daughter and he got her under torture to confess she taught her poker, and spanked them both until his pants were soaking. So how do you find my sister, Mr.? Little by little, man by man, my sister has scaled the heap. She gets herself flushed out once a week by a quack down Harley Street. I set the prices and balance the books. Well, sisters don't come cheap. It's a scandal what it costs these days to stop a press leak. My sister lives in Knightsbridge now, and when I go to visit her, I buzz 3 times on the intercom and say, Lulu, it's your solicitor. I once walked in and caught her sitting naked on top of Henry Kissinger. Well, take my word, or take this Polaroid picture. So how do you find my sister, Henry Kissinger? The servant yesterday, today they call me sir. To the men who laid my sister, I say now what they said to her. You're surprised to hear me talk this way, but stranger things occur. Kneel before me, kiss it, call me sir. For me, kiss it, call me sir. Kneel before me, kiss it, call me sir. Kneel before me, kiss it. How do you find my sister, Mr.? always made a scene, 'cause you only had ears for descriptions of the stranger she was seeing. What she sang was only what attracts the many girls I see behind their lovers' backs. But what she saw in you, I never worked it out. It was just one thing she found, it turned you on to talk about. You said, describe for me the hairstyle of the devil. Is he passionate? Don't answer. Is he detached? Don't answer that. Looking good in bed, shut up, don't answer that. Just tell him I am dying to meet him. She called me up. She said she'd had enough of all the paranoia you mixed up with your love. You spent the night together. She woke me up at dawn. Called an all-night taxi when you came. I was gone. You found my comb behind her chest of drawers. She said she'd slept alone, but the bed was full of hairs. And when you matched them up beyond a shadow of a doubt, the hairs belonged to me and you began to puzzle out. You said, describe for me the hairstyle of the devil. Is it passionate? Don't answer. Is he detached? Don't answer that. Looking good in bed, shut up, don't answer that. Just tell him I am dying to meet him. The inexplicable charisma of the right. You said, describe for me the hairstyle of the devil. And so you gaze at the people all about. In every stranger's face, you try to make me out. When tomorrow turns to yesterday, your eyes will lock with mine. For men are ruled by destiny, as clocks are ruled by time. For men are ruled by destiny, as clocks are ruled by time. Men are ruled by destiny. Men are ruled by destiny. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my name. And when she left me, I felt no jealousy. For company, I had a fantasy. I imagined her without me, in ecstasy, alone, or amongst women only. When she arouses herself to her crisis herself, she tries to touch the center that comprises herself. She sees the shapes that fantasy devises for her. She feels beneath her finger how it rises for her. Pleasure approaches, she surprises herself when she arouses herself to her crisis herself. Falling towards Kansas like Sam Dorothy in A Wizard of Oz become pornography. Maybe she'll land on Lesbos and assuage her sapphic tendency in harems full of Eastern promiscuity. When she arouses herself to her crisis herself, she tries to touch the center that comprises herself. She sees the shapes that fantasy devises for her. She feels beneath her finger how it rises for her. Pleasure approaches, she surprises herself, but she arouses herself to her crisis herself. High summer days in Highgate Cemetery, the stranger catches her gaze beneath the cherry tree. She lies back in the long grass in the high breeze, which enters her between her knees. When she arouses herself to her crisis herself, she tries to touch the center that comprises herself. She sees the shapes that fantasy devises for her. She feels beneath her finger how it rises for her. Pleasure approaches, she surprises herself, but she arouses herself to her crisis herself. When she left me, I felt no jealousy. I imagined her without me, in ecstasy. With this fantasy to console me, she was alone, or amongst women, only. When she arouses herself to her crisis herself, she tries to touch the center that comprises herself. She sees the shapes that fantasy devises for her. She feels beneath her finger how it rises for her. Pleasure approaches, she surprises herself. And when she left me, I felt no jealousy. For company, I had a fantasy. I imagined her without me, in ecstasy, alone, or amongst women only. When she arouses herself to her crisis herself, she tries to touch the center that comprises herself. She sees the shapes that fantasy devises for her. She feels beneath her finger how it rises for her. Pleasure approaches, she surprises herself, but she arouses herself to her crisis herself. Falling towards Kansas like some Dorothy in a Wizard of Oz become pornography. Maybe she'll land on Lesbos and assuage her sapphic tendency in harems full of Eastern promiscuity. When she arouses herself to her crisis herself, she tries to touch the center that comprises herself. She sees the shapes that fantasy devises for her. She feels beneath her finger how it rises for her. Pleasure approaches, she surprises herself, but she arouses herself to her crisis herself. High summer days in Highgate Cemetery, the stranger catches her gaze beneath the cherry tree. She lies back in the long grass in the high breeze, which enters her between her knees. When she arouses herself to her crisis herself, she tries to touch the center that comprises herself. She sees the shapes that fantasy devises for her. She feels beneath her finger how it rises for her. Pleasure approaches, she surprises herself, when she arouses herself to her crisis herself. And when she left me, I felt no jealousy. I imagined her without me, in ecstasy. With this fantasy to console me, she was alone, amongst women only. When she arouses herself to her crisis herself, she tries to touch the center that comprises herself. She sees the shapes that fantasy devises for her. She feels beneath her finger how it rises for her. When pleasure approaches, she surprises herself. Pupil is 12, attractive, withdrawn, in a midnight blue school uniform. Lips just a little too full for her face, distant eyes full of space. In a posture, no trace of coquette, no defiance. She fingers the frets, looking forlorn, crossing her legs where her tights have been torn. Starts as her mother comes into the room, and the afternoon grows still. And her mother feels chill, shivers and buttons her coat. I gently correct the curve of her back, classical piece. I've had her prepare, and her arms are bare as she plays. And I draw back behind her ear a few strands of hair gone astray. The lesson is done. I turn it around between finger and thumb. We sit face to face, and it seems to me that her face is the face of a cat. And touching the place where her breasts will be, I press my hand flat. She comes into my lap, I turn her around. Her hands clasp my neck, and her feet skim the ground. Her skirt travels up under my palm, but the pupil sits looking so calm. As if listening to the distant sound of a burglar alarm. Resemble a strange composition in oil. Of a man, a guitar, and an innocent little girl. Dear boy George, I'd take you on. I know I could. I'd make you well again. I'd make you good. I'd make you give up those drugs they've been giving you. George, I know I could. Just by loving you. My mother hates you. My brother's stupid. He imitates you. My dad would like to murder you. But I'd understand you. I'd kiss you, I'd dress you, and wash you all over. Even though you're 6'2".
dear boy George. There's all these bullies at my school. They say you don't like girls. They say you're cruel. They say I shouldn't believe what you said about sex toys. You'd rather have a cup of tea instead. Well, I know you've been in love with men, but I think you were just experimenting then. Forget John Moss, George. I know it's hard. It's his loss if you left him. Anyhow, I still love you. You need a woman to cure your heart. And I'm merely a woman now. Under my nightdress, as I ride, there's a doll dressed just like you. Between my breasts and up on my wall, George. Oh, George. La 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 la. Under my nightdress, as I ride, there's a doll dressed just like you. Up on my wall, watching it all, George. I love you. La 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 la. At 2 or 3. You hitch a lift in my Cabriolet. And though it's misty, I'm just too tired or too lazy to close the soft top. And I don't stop you when you curl your body, cold in your little black belly, and hold it against me. All night I've been flirting with everyone except you. How you explain my failure to find you as attractive as everyone else seems to, I just don't know. But there's wind in our hair, and drink in our systems, breaking the ordinary inhibitions. And on the cassette some Louisiana Creole music, and you decide you want a cigarette. And though it only takes a second to demonstrate the gadget in the dash, I miss the black and white chevrons of the steep bend warning, and there's a sound of something smashing, then nothing beneath the tires of the Cabriolet. In the sudden shock of silence, with the morning star before you, lying bizarre in the wreck of my car, I don't know. La, 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 la. Maybe I'm drunk and hallucinating. Maybe this isn't happening. Maybe you aren't hung there with tears in your little party dress, the waist and the breast. But in dreams or in life, I was never this aroused by you. I was never this impressed. Your face unstained by blood, but drained pale, is suddenly more strange and beautiful than anything I've ever seen, or ever will. By the light of the morning star, I see someone I never took the trouble to know. Someone I only now begin to feel I could love or make love to. I'm moved and aroused by seeing you in this strange new way, in the starlight, filtering through the myriad fragments of the partly shattered windscreen of the Cabriolet. In the sudden shock of silence, with the morning star before you, lying bizarre in the wreck of my car, I adore you. La, 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 la. sudden shock of silence, with the morning star before you, lying bizarre in the wreck of my car. Excuse me. You waiting for someone? You got the time? Do you really think he's gonna show up? 'Cause you know, if you're not doing anything. Uptown, charcoal and braziers, where the people are lazier, where the traffic is crazy, and the stage door is unlit. I'm going up there just as I am, gonna dance down the roofs on the traffic jam, 'cause I got something that's itching me, and here's where I'm gonna scratch it. Appearing in the West End, Tottenham Hotspurs with Rolex handshakes and crocodile santines, Japs and prunes and coach tour coppers, touts with tickets for the Phantom of the Opera. The peep shows are a rip-off on Andrew Lloyd Webber, but electroplate shite if you could buy the rights. There's falcons in the dish, there's fetus down the pan, there's feasts in the dustbin, appearing in the West End. Jared Street girl, watch as I go, my hungry brown eyes below your window. If I could just speak Cantonese, maybe I could be your best friend. Appearing in the West End, there's some great entertainment lined up for me on BBC One. But meet me on Shaftesbury Avenue if you're looking good, if you're looking for fun. Oh, sophisticated sister, so much better at life than me. Meet me on Shaftesbury Avenue, dance with me, talk to me, make me somebody, or just make love with me. Up, down, gonna go there, all alone, through the entertainment zone, searching for sweet oblivion, till the bitter end. Nothing comes to him who waits, no free lunches, no dinner dates. You gotta take your chance at the backdoor dance with a very special friend, appearing in the West End. Strutting princesses in sherbet stilettos and matte black toy boys acting like heroes. Businessman sleaze, whips made of licorice and no sex please. We're British. Chinatown pimps and handshake whores and tackhead caps at the Astoria doors. Escort sunroofs open to the night, blabbing Capital Radio, some kind of rapper's delight. Jared Street girl, watch as I go, my hungry blue eyes below your window. If I could just speak Vietnamese, maybe you could be my best friend. Appearing in the West End, there's some great entertainment lined up for me on BBC One. Meet me on Shaftesbury Avenue if you're looking good, looking for fun. Oh, sophisticated sister, so much better at life than me. braziers, uptown, where the people are lazier, uptown, where the traffic is crazy, and the stage door is unlit. I'm going up there just as I am. I'm gonna dance down the roofs on the traffic jam. Uptown, cause I've got something that sits you need. And here's where I'm gonna scratch it. Appearing in the West End, Tottenham Hotspurs with Rolex handshakes and crocodile santans. Appearing in the West End, Japs and prunes and coach tour coppers, touts with tickets for the Phantom of the Opera. West End. Peep shows are a rip-off on Andrew Lloyd Webber, with electroplate shite if you could buy the rights. There's falcons in the dish, there's fetus down the pan, there's feasts in the dustbin, appearing in the West End. Jared Street girl, watch as I go, my hungry brown eyes below your window. If I could just speak Cantonese, maybe I could be your best friend. Appearing in the West End, there's some great entertainment lined up for me on BBC One. But meet me on Shaftesbury Avenue if you're looking good, if you're looking for fun. Oh, sophisticated sister, so much better at life than me. Meet me on Shaftesbury Avenue, dance with me, talk to me, give me something, just make me. I go there all alone through the entertainment zone, searching for sweet oblivion till the bitter end. Nothing comes to him who waits. No free lunches, no dinner dates. You gotta take your chance in the backdoor dance with a very special friend. Appearing in the West End. Strutting princesses in sherbet stilettos and matte black toy boys acting like heroes. Businessman sleaze, whips made of licorice and no sex please. We're British. Chinatown pimps and handshake whores and tackhead caps at the Astoria doors. Escort sunroofs open to the night, blabbing Capital Radio, some kind of rapper's delight. Jared Street girl, watch as I go, my hungry blue eyes below your window. If I could just speak Vietnamese, maybe you could be my best friend. Appearing in the West End, there's some great entertainment lined up for me on BBC One. Meet me on Shaftesbury Avenue if you're looking for fun. Oh, sophisticated sister, so much better at life than me. Meet me on Shaftesbury Avenue, dance with me, talk with me, make love with me, make